Hello everyone and welcome to another Looker Studio tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to filter AI traffic in Looker Studio. Before we go straight to the point, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps tremendously to create new content, so thank you very much in advance. And let's get started. So you have a Looker Studio report, and let's say you have a table, a scorecard. It doesn't really matter. You want to filter AI traffic. You want to see only AI traffic. The best example we can give is we have a table, and let's say that the table is looking into the session source slash medium. Why the session source slash medium? And the metrics in this example don't really matter, but why we selected this dimension? Because if we go to our Google Analytics and we go to traffic acquisition and we go under session source slash medium, this is where we can see the AI traffic. This is where you are going to see ChatGPT, you're going to see Perplexity, you are going to see, maybe if we look for .ai, other tools like, for example, Fellow, Mammouth. I don't even know what are these tools. You're going to see Gemini, for example. So under session source slash medium, you are going to see all the AI tools that are driving traffic to your website. We are going to use this dimension to filter our Looker Studio reports. So now I have this table here, and all we need to do is we need to click on this table. We're going to go under the setup column on the right hand side. We're going to add a filter. We're going to create a filter, and we are going to give our filter a name. So for example, let's say AI tools, and we're going to say we want to include the session source slash medium that a regular expression contains. Why regular expression contains? Because we have multiple sources that we want to filter, and we are going to create our filter. So we are going to say, for example, every source that contains, let's say, .ai slash something, or breaker, let's say ChatGPT, or breaker, let's say Gemini, or we're going to use the breaker Perplexity, or for example, let's say Fellow, or whatever, let's say other sources are there. And we are going to save this filter, and you can see now immediately that this table now is only giving you traffic that is coming from AI sources. So we have Perplexity, we have Gemini, we have some other tools here, right and left, that I don't necessarily recognize. So that's how easy it is to filter AI traffic in Looker Studio. And you can apply now this filter once you create it to any visualization. So if, let's say, you have a scorecard, for example, here, and this scorecard represents the sessions, you can click on this scorecard, you can add a filter, and you can actually say AI tools, and this scorecard is going to narrow down. Or what you can do is, maybe you have, let's say, a table or any other visualization again, or a full report. You can go to page, you can go to current page settings, you can click add a filter, and you can select your filter, or you can follow the same steps to create a filter, and now your entire page is going to narrow down to this specific filter. Now let's actually discuss something a little bit more advanced, but very cool also. So you may say, I get this, I get that we can actually filter by session source medium, but I want to have a channel report. So I want basically to have a channel session default channel group basically here. So we're going to select the session default channel group dimension here. So I want to have a channel report here that has organic search, direct referral, blah, blah, blah. And I want here to see one entry that says AI tools. And I want to summarize all the traffic, and I want to see together with all my other channels here. How can we do this? We can do this, and we can do this in Looker Studio. But first, we need to do some work in Google Analytics. First, we need to go to Google Analytics, and we need to group all of this traffic into one session default channel group. How are we going to do this? We're going to go to admin here, we are going to scroll down and we are going to select channel groups. We're going to create a new channel group. We're going to give it a name. We're going to call it, for example, new AI tools. We're going to say we want to add a new channel. We're going to name this channel AI tools, and we're going to add a condition here. And here, unfortunately, we can select the source, obviously. This is the way. So we're going to say source, and we don't have regular expression for contains. So we need to create essentially a filter that says contains, and we're going to go one by one. So we're going to say, let's say ChatGPT, we're going to apply, and then we're going to say or, and then the same drill, we're going to say, for example, contains, let's say, perplexity, and then we're going to apply, and then we're going to say or, and slowly and steadily, we're going to add all the sources that are relevant to all the different AI tools. Now, at any point of time after you create this channel grouping, you can come here, you can add or remove certain sources, right? So let's actually include these three for now, just to save time. And once you are happy now, we're going to save the channel and we're going to save the group. And before we go back to Looker Studio, now you can see that we have in our Google Analytics, basically here, we have under traffic acquisition, we have the dimension that is called session default channel group, but we have what we just created now here, session new AI tools. And if I click on this dimension, now I'm going to see this entry, which is called AI tools, that is together with all my other channels. And now that I created essentially this dimension, I can come here to my Looker Studio. And what I can do is I need first to refresh my data source. If you try immediately to find the dimension, it's not going to work. So you need to click on, let's say, your table. You need to come here to your data source in the setup column. You need to edit the connection and you need to reconnect. Why I need to reconnect? Because I need to pull in these new dimensions. So I'm going to apply, I'm going to pull in these new dimensions in Looker Studio. And now what we need to do is to come simply here in our table, for example, and instead of selecting the session default channel group, I'm going to come here and I'm going to select session new AI tools. And now I'll have this table basically with all the channels, and voila, here we have the AI tools actually in our table, presented together with all the other basically channels, organic, direct, referral, and so forth. So that's another way that you can inject basically your AI traffic into tables, into pie charts, into different charts, for example, and so forth, right? So now you have this dimension, which is called session new AI tools that we created. So all the channels, including a group for your AI channels. That's it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Check the Looker Studio playlist. We have a lot of really valuable and cool Looker Studio videos that you can watch. If you want me to go through any specific example, you have a question, more than happy to play around with Looker Studio. That's what I love to do on a day-to-day basis. So again, drop your question or your request in the comments. Thank you for watching. Have a great day in any